Visiting the Malawi churches was really a highlight in my ministry career this year. It's amazing just to see what God is busy doing in Malawi. Last year when we went to Malawi for the HQ visit, we saw that the people of Malawi is actually riding the bicycle, and most of the people use that as transportation. And so we decided that we want to go onto ground level to see what's going on in the churches this year, and we wanted to go with the cycles. So we prepared a lot.
Faithfulness at night, and mercies are never ending, and your glory lights the sky.
The cycling team was led by young Koran. What an amazing job he did to keep all of us together as a team for the whole week. And so we went from church to church, 18 churches, from the 14th of August to the 30th of August, in where we, from church to church, consecrated every building as we went along. What was amazing is that when we entered each village in Malawi, the people received us with open arms. The community was embracing us, and when the cycling team came around, people knew about it even before we entered into the villages. This is not the kind of buildings that you would normally know as church buildings, because some of the churches is held under a tree, some is just straw buildings, some with bricks, but all of the churches prepared for our coming. What was so amazing was the pastors cleaned their houses, they cleaned the church buildings. Some of the pastors even prepared the way for our 4x4 to drive through to the church buildings. They were so excited. We could see that there was an anticipation, and the gratitude within the hearts of the pastors was just amazing. Becoming Shofar. As we saw the buildings, some of the churches even in the buildings had with handwritten on the walls, Shofar Church, Shofar Christian Church. We could see that they embraced the identity of becoming part of the family. This was an awesome time for us as we read out certain consecration moments of let the King of Glory enter, open ye gates, so that the King of Glory can take its place. It was holy moments where every congregation, when we read those scriptures, we could see the change of ownership in the hearts of the Malawi people, but in our own hearts as well. The fact that we were so excited of what God was busy doing. It was a special time. While we were cycling, the building team was busy under the leadership of Charles Bailey, and they did a tremendous work in rebuilding the Mangochi church, which is also our HQ in Shofar Malawi. They rewired the building, they plastered it off, and did amazing things to prepare the building for future training and using the facility for the churches in Malawi. What was so amazing is how God put the whole team together. It was electricians, mechanics, engineers, practical people that went to go and paint and just do all kinds of practical things. We always think that missions, is a spiritual thing, and yes, that is so true. But it was so amazing to see how God used practical people doing practical things as a consecration unto Him and as a living offering unto Him. These people were amazing. Two or three of us went to do the Pastor Summit to give input and training to the pastors, and an amazing time that we had with them. Because we were on ground level, the relationships was just amazing in this time, and the pastors appreciated it so much. There was so much that we could impart into their lives, in which we believe will change the Shofar churches in Malawi forever. And what was so blessed this year is the fact that the whole movement was behind us. With the harvest campaign, everyone in the movement knew about our going to Malawi, which was such a great support, and we knew that people were praying for us. They financially supported us, and all the messages that came through and the words that we received was so amazing. Just the whole movement behind us to support the Malawi Shofar churches, and these churches knew that. They knew that we embraced them with open arms. As we left Malawi, I spoke to Pastor Henry, and he shared a testimony with me which was so awesome. He said a community leader, a Muslim guy, came to him and asked him, these guys that are working at the church, it probably cost him a lot. Pastor Henry's reply was, it cost him nothing, and that these people are here to serve the kingdom. What seems small to us as Shofar churches going and serve in Malawi, for 2 weeks, our efforts and our expertise and even our practical knowledge made such a huge difference in such a nation. We left there knowing that God not just did an awesome thing in the hearts of the pastors of Malawi in taking ownership of the nation, but also in our hearts, in embracing a nation and having a heart for it. We trust that God is going to do a lot more in Malawi in the future, and we could leave there with a plan of sustainable missions, going back in the future with an idea and a plan to really make a meaningful impact. Thank you for supporting us in this time.